You know, at this point, are we even surprised anymore? Welcome back to another episode of Grizzly Books True Crime, and in this episode, with Gisela K, we're going to be looking at Cassie Laundry's interview she did a while back. We're just going to look at it one more time, because now we have new information, and we know she was lying her absolute butt off. Okay, so I'm back with you. So Steve Bertolino, the family attorney, has spoken out again. I'm not quoting him as fact, you know what I mean? I'm just quoting what he said. You know, I know the dude is a bit, you know, could be a little sketchy, but let's see what he said. So basically, he said, Cassie saw her brother, Brian, on September 1st when he stopped by her home. So that confirms our map time, and that would be a very convenient stop on the way to Fort de Soto. And again on September 6th at Fort de Soto Park. So everything we speculated so far on this channel, I'm sure many other channels have done it. But remember, we did map time, and what a convenient stop there would be. That was like literally yesterday. And that's exactly what they did. Law enforcement agencies are well aware of these dates. Any prior communication by Cassie that does not reflect these dates is simply a difference of relating an answer to a question misinterpreted by Cassie or poorly posed by the inquirer. Oh, it's the inquirer's fault that Cassie said, I haven't seen him. So I want to show you. For me, it always shocks me when people literally lie through their teeth, when they absolutely lie to your face, to the world, to the media, and just liars in general. I'm always like, like, how do you do that? Like, just, let's see how she does it.
Bill, the last time we were able to speak on camera with Brian Laundrie's attorney here in East Islip was 2 days ago. We have not been able to speak with him since. Police say at this point they do not believe that there is any criminality involved in Gabby Petito's disappearance. And Cassie Laundry, who we spoke exclusively with here at ABC, says she has told police everything she knows.
Has she, though? Has she? Clearly not. Clearly this is a lie. I mean, this was posted on September 18th, and we're on October 1st.
In an exclusive interview with ABC, Cassie Laundry says she hasn't spoken to her brother since he returned to their parents' home in...
Hasn't spoken to. But apparently she saw him and went camping as well. She saw him when he passed by her house, yeah. She also was there at Fort de Soto, but never spoke to him.
Florida.
I haven't been able to talk to him. I wish I could talk to him.
Laundry says she's told police
Dirty, dirty laundries.
everything she knows about her brother, Brian Laundry, and his fiancee, Gabby Petito, and their cross-country road trip.
I've cooperated every way that I can. I wish I had information, or I would give more. This is all I have is...
Oh, really?
I gave to the police.
You know what else she has? Remember those postcards we looked at? And yes, I did notice. I didn't mention it, but a lot of you mentioned it. You're smart. You saw it. A lot of those postcards had no stamps on, which means they were probably in the van. So the fact that Cassie showed the world those postcards, oh, look at these, and they were beautiful postcards. But I don't think that Gabby had sent them yet. I think 2 of them had been sent, and the rest were probably found in the van. So how sickening is it that Gabby's father, her parents, her family don't have her stuff yet? But the Laundries are like, oh, I'll take that and show the world this. Look at these amazing postcards, right? Cool deflection, Look at this. I'm doing everything I can to cooperate. Meanwhile, your brother, who everyone is looking for, passes by your house on September 1st without Gabby, returns with her van, no Gabby in sight. The person Gabby referred to as Cassie's children, as she was like, hi, it's me, Aunt Gabby. She was connected to Cassie's kids. She called herself Aunt Gabby, and she said Uncle Brian, and she was so sweet to write those cards. What are you going to do? No, you're not going to run to the police or say like, oh my word, my brother came home without his fiance. This is so freaking weird. No, you're going to keep quiet until Gabby's reported missing. And then you're going to go to the world when the rest of your family will not talk. And tell everyone, I've cooperated as much as I can. By the way, look at these cool postcards. It's just disgusting. Honestly.
Petito's father says he isn't sure Cassie Laundry is being fully transparent.
Now we know she's not being transparent at all.
Given the fact that her parents and her brother haven't said one word to police.
I'm hoping that the pleas and the begging and the community and the, entire damn planet knock some sense into her, where she's like,
yes, talk, Cassie, talk. I think she's the weakest link in that family. Sorry, I don't mean to sound judgmental. I just think, if there's a lot of pressure, I think she's the one who'll crack and talk. I don't know. The parents look like they're very used to pressure and won't talk. Brian, I honestly speculate that he's in Wyoming. That's where, if you go, not where I would go. If I were him, that's where I'd be. It's the last place that someone would expect you to be. So I think he's, if we think about this, sorry, I'm saying weird stuff along with this video, but think about this. There's a fresh campsite, right? A little fire that was made where Gabby's remains were found. I know that it's a campsite. Given the nature of the crime that happened there, given that that's where her remains were found, I get it. People are like, oh, wow, that's a campsite. Great. Like, why wouldn't there be a fire? But, like, who's camping there? Who is camping there right now? Besides people being curious, interested, making videos, stopping by. And all I'm going to speculate is, if it were me, I would still, remember the delicate arches, my whole theory on that in the beginning when I started covering the case. I would still look in, he loves the delicate arches. Of course he loves the Appalachian Trail and all of that as well. Nature dude. But if it were me, I'd be looking there as well. Let's say as well. Instead of around the swamp all day, maybe they've got other intelligence, of course, that we don't have access to. But like, never discredit that he could be just like right back around the area. Also coming out at night, hiding in the day and coming out at night. We don't know. Just a speculation. That was just a wild speculation I'm throwing out there, okay?
I gotta speak.
Police in Northport, Florida, where the Suffolk County natives had been living with Laundry's parents, are continuing to put pressure on the Laundry family today by doing more media appearances. But the family doesn't seem to be budging. Neither does Brian Laundry, who is in a known location to investigators in Florida. Police say they're still processing whatever they found in the couple's camper van. Laundry and the van were in Florida for more than a week before anyone even knew Petitions, the primary aggressor. Cassie Laundry says in her mind, none of that matters.
Me and my family want Gabby to be found safe. She's like a sister and my children love her. And all I want is for her to come home safe and sound and this to be just a big misunderstanding.
But it isn't. She was murdered. It's not just a big misunderstanding. So as you know, what I like to do is go in slow-mo. Wait.
Cassie.
I really want to take in all this body language. I'm going to put the sound off for this. I'm not a body language expert. I just enjoy studying body language. And the way she looks down, she's like looking until she has to say Gabby. It's like shame and just like, oh no, like can't talk about that. You see what I mean?
Gabby be found safe. She's like a sister and my children love her. And all I want is for her to come home safe and sound and this to be just a big misunderstanding.
How unfortunate. How unfortunate that actually it's turned out that she too is lying. Of course, I mean, we suspected it from the beginning. And at first, remember, It's always like it's too soon to like, don't throw shade over there. It's like too soon. But sometimes we got to look at some stuff, you know, and be like, what's going on there now? What is she talking about? Because she definitely, it didn't come across, even though it's a media interview, she could be nervous. It just didn't feel, I didn't feel that much emotion from her when I first saw it. And now I'm like, oh no, you were lying. You haven't talked to your brother at all. But he passed by your house, which is pretty much midway. Remember map time? It's pretty much midway between everything. I mean, sorry, I'm putting on the map here. And now it turns out you were lying completely? Like, damn. I'm putting the map time on. Map time. 4343 Wabasa Avenue. We've looked at that a few times. I'm going to look at a few things tomorrow again. Of course, that's going to be quite the thing. This is the one still from the restaurants. It's a little timeline I've got going here. So, if we type in... Wait. Let us go. Shut up. Hold on. Shh, here we go. I'm like, shut up, maps. Stop giving me notifications. Hold on. There we go. Wabasa Avenue. Can you see nicely? That's the home. There's the home. Wish I had that other one. I want to show you nicely. Fort de Soto. There's that. I just want to show you the points so that you can see nicely like this. There. Okay. There's the home. There's Fort de Soto where they're looking for him. And this is where Cassie Laundry lives. So they went camping. Apparently, you know when they say they went camping twice, the reservation was from the 1st to the 3rd. Apparently that was rescheduled to the 6th, from the 6th to the 8th. So apparently they didn't go camping twice. The first trip was cancelled. However, Cassie, Steve Bertolino, the laundry lawyer, says that Brian stopped at her house, Cassie's house, here on the 1st. And that she also saw him here on the 6th. Which is interesting. So did he even stay here? He might have. They gotta search that house, man. I mean, it was first the whole media interview and the postcards, but then when the FBI were there, she's like slamming the door in their face. Remember that? So, if we look one more time, Cassie saw her brother Brian on September 1st when he stopped by her home, and again on September 6th at Fort de Soto Park. Right. 6th and 7th, because the booking was for the 6th, 7th, and from the 6th to the 8th. But apparently they already left on the 7th. Like to confuse people. So let's make a booking for then, but then leave one day early. Yeah, okay. And go where exactly? To what airport? Did he maybe land back, at Salt Lake City Airport? I hope they have airport records and things, I'm sure. I'm just saying. I know I'm just speculating about this Wyoming thing, but often, as you know, I'm a true crime author. When I try to get into the mindset of the killer, not that we know Brian is the killer, but we can speculate quite... We can put the dots together. We can speculate quite far right now. There's a lot of clues that he was, based on his behavior, right? So I try to get into their minds to try to figure out why they did what they did and how they think and how things impacted them and all this kind of stuff. As I told you, I've done this since I was young, based on my own trauma, all this kind of stuff. So if you think about it, if he was going back and forth in, like he was in Utah, and then he went home allegedly between the 17th and the 23rd, that's still actually unconfirmed. There's no 100% proof that that happened in the public eye. This was just reported. When I first even stumbled on the case, that's what was reported. Now it's like, oh no, I don't know if that happened. So what was that? But if he did go home from the 17th to the 23rd and then went back, and if the parents did buy camping gear on the 25th of September, that's even weirder. that there's this back and forth. I don't know. If I'm going to speculate wildly, I mean, what if he's a serial killer? What if they know about it? I don't know. It just goes so far because this case is so crazy that at this point we could think a lot of things. But he was already going back and forth then, allegedly. So why would he not be walking around there now? That is one of the last places people are going to look for him. Someone sent me a screenshot today, so thank you so much for that email. There's a long list of information that someone has sent saying they 100% believe that they saw Brian Laundrie at a gas station near the Grand Tetons Mountains or National Park. You know, and she found him very creepy. She said he was smelly. He was wearing a white shirt. He was wearing some kind of sandals. It was really weird, but he was following her around, and it's just like, it sounds so creepy. And when I saw that, because I've already been thinking, like, what if he's there? Like, that is where smart ass would go. He would go there because everyone's swarming around the swamps looking at Fort de Soto. Sure, I'm sure he was there, but maybe now he's in Wyoming. How do we know? It's just terrible. I really hope they find him. I hope that we get answers. And man, shame on Cassie for lying to the world in a time like this. We all just want justice for Gabby. And if she says, she's like a sister to me and my kids love her, then how can you do this? Come on, grow a pair, everyone. Grow a pair. This is why we call it micromelon. It's not to make fun of the case. Of course not. But only micromelons can behave like this, seriously. It's really irritating me. So I will see you tomorrow for some more videos or for the live stream. I don't know what's up next. The live stream is definitely happening. But before then, I want to prepare very well for that. But if anything else happens, I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for watching.